I'm back. No, this guy is Jesus.
All I ask from you is one simple question.
For $1, would you say the N-word?
Now, obviously, within today's basic societal and moral values, I think a lot of us would agree to refrain from uttering such a word. But this is just the tip of the iceberg for this type of content Sneako has created for years on end. And because of the constant controversial prize at societal norms, at least in the Western world, it is no question why Sneako has been a target for cancel culture and social justice warriors on social media. But surprisingly, he actually seems to thrive in this type of environment. Nay, even use it as more motivation to continue pushing the limits, as walking in the opposite direction of the herd may be a lonelier road, but many a time reveals the secret truths. But is it really all that complicated? Starting from gaming to motivational commentary videos, Sneako has gained an astounding audience on YouTube. From his 1-minute podcast and street interviews on his Sneako channel, to his more recent and somehow more controversial live stream and reaction channel, Sneako, accumulating a diehard fan base totaling a combination of approximately 1.5 million subscribers. You can call him crazy, but you cannot for 1 second deny the success and empire he's built on YouTube. In fact, many would claim in the pursuit to fight against the cult that mass media has garnered since the inception of the television, or even earlier yet, the government, Sneako has assembled his very own, or at least inherited it, willing to adhere and spread the message to wake up from the matrix. But have they just entered into a new one? But who was Sneako before Sneako? And how did he become so powerful? Or was he this way all along and just recently his message emerged from the ashes due to what seems to be the demise of humanity? In this video, we'll take a look at the controversial rise of Sneako and how his trajectory took off based upon one fateful ideology. Nico Kende Balentasi, better known as Sneako, is a 23-year-old American YouTuber who started posting his gameplays of Call of Duty in 2013. His early career consisted of uploading commentary and rant videos surrounding socio-political issues, religion, racial hot takes, basically anything controversial that challenged the status quo, not too far from his current content. So, for keeping it consistent, I applaud him for that. Utilizing such a content strategy allowed him to grow his then few hundred subscribers at the time to well over 10,000 and more. By 2015, he fully upgraded his channel from a mix of gameplays to solely controversial takes on relevant topics. But already the subject matter seemed to take a toll on his mental health, for in 2017 only uploading one single video. For whether your statements are factual or not, the public scrutiny can still be agonizing. I know myself, although due to a lesser degree. But due to his unexpected leave of absence from the platform, emerged a rumor that Sneako had actually passed away. Given the controversy he constantly created and how personal internet users read into content nowadays, it wasn't hard to believe, especially residing within the city of New York, one of the most population dense areas on the planet, not to mention the fact that a teenager holding such heavy concepts in their head, alienated from worldly norms, dispelled the possibility that he could have taken his own life. Soon after these rumors circulated, Sneako uploaded a video on exactly why he quit YouTube in the first place to make it clear that he's still alive and breathing and was focusing on his personal life. A word of advice many of us creators should take heed of. Similar to his prior content, he was unafraid to share every grueling detail of his sabbatical, such as intimacy with various females and his spiritual awakening from drug use. In the same 4-minute comeback video, he admitted that his hiatus was simply pure laziness, blaming it on unrelated external factors, but would make it up to his fans with a fresh perspective from his recent adventures. The next year, 2018, he followed through with a more frequent and consistent posting schedule on YouTube, although accompanied by a set of new obstacles. For one, as a result of being inactive for over a year, Sneako basically killed all of his channel's previous momentum. YouTube is not incentivized as a platform to recommend content from creators that are not currently active, because it will ultimately leave the viewer disappointed. Sneako was essentially starting over. Sneako even describes the victim mentality he suffered from while working for Mr. Beast, arguably the most famous
this guy worked for Mr. Beast, bro. Focus up.
Creator on YouTube, contemplating why he was working for someone who was once a fan. Is there a difference between working smart and working hard? Is being poor just a mentality used as an excuse by lazy people? These are some of the questions he pondered to successfully make his comeback. The experience was obviously enlightening with Mr. Beast. For within a year, Sneako was back on track with polarizing video concepts, including the very same one we asked at the beginning of this video.
For $1, would you say the N-word?
By which he conceived his first ever definitively viral moment, accruing millions of views and tens of thousands of subscribers in the process. Whether viewers loved or hated Sneako, they certainly knew who he was. This video is brought to you with the help of our sponsor, Btopi. 15 your first a plethora of Polo G, WizKid, users the head code Baba Lamb. They record verses on a plethora of beat styles from A-list producers that have credits with Gunna, Kalani, Katy Perry, Lil Peep, Polo G, WizKid, and more. You'll have access to all wave and stem files to gain full control of veteran testing out all wakes of today's society. There's conspiracies and secret truths about his trials and that ex-veteran testing out new sounds. And back to the video. The Red Pill movement is a community on Reddit that expanded into all wakes of communication, joined typically by men to discuss the trials and tribulations of males in today's society. This is not to say the entire ideology is centered completely around men, for it also explores conspiracies and secret truths about the world and its governments, economies, human behavior, and other experiences that are regularly not discussed freely due to the progression of society. The term red pill derives from the critically acclaimed movie The Matrix.
You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Alluding to the belief that the ones who take the red pill seek true understanding of reality, and everyone else is ignorantly living a life they do not control for themselves. The red pill movement is also known as the manosphere, obviously due to its large proportion of male membership. The ideology is commonly characterized as misogynistic, especially due to a number of extremists believing men to be the superior sex in all facets of life, potentially trying to reclaim power that they claim has been taken from them in recent years, as well as the conspiratorial for similar reasons, wherein believers regard historical evidence as propaganda, hiding the truth behind the real leaders of society, with the primary belief residing in the fact that men are currently being oppressed by the overlords to maintain control of the larger population of lower status individuals, one mechanism of which being feminism. And to be honest, as with many ideologies and religions, they definitely bring up some fair points, but due to the extreme views of some that do not allow for opposite or even adjacent perspectives, the entire community receives backlash. But as we've seen in today's politics, among other competitions, the polarization can be beneficial to the leader, that is. For opposition commonly breeds camaraderie, but more importantly, leadership opportunities. Sneako has made it his sole mission, at least publicly, to wake people up from the matrix that we call humankind, dedicating countless live streams daily on his second channel, Sneako, reacting to red pill related content and debating other popular creators as to why red pill is the one and only truth. And while I commend such conviction in one's own beliefs, many times you become the very thing that you once despised. Sneako's original objective throughout his entire career was to simply question and potentially disprove many societal norms we blindly believe as citizens within. However, now, with such extreme views that granted do consist of some truths, at least in my opinion, of the red pill community that can be argued to be an echo chamber in its own respect, he has garnered followers that sought to escape being a sheep, but unfortunately remained in such capacity, just following a different leader. For in my opinion, to truly escape the matrix, the only leader that you can follow to maintain full control of your own life is yourself. But is Sneako really to blame for leading a pack of lost individuals seeking truth? Where did it all go wrong? Over the past few weeks, videos of Andrew Tate have flooded social media.
Whoa.
Andrew Tate is a 35-year-old four-time world champion kickboxer and new cult leader of the red pill community who has stirred up his own stew of controversy due to his undeniably controversial views regarding gender roles.
Bro, this guy is he's Jesus.
And other red pill adjacent concepts. He's commonly dubbed as the man who says all the things every man thinks, but is too scared to say in this world that is becoming increasingly demasculinized. Over the years, with his decades of experience as an entrepreneur and investor, he has developed a sort of online school, formerly known as Hustlers University, teaching the ways of modern wealth creation that, again, the unknown leaders of the free world don't want you to know. Because without you working all day, every day, the global economy as we know it would collapse. Within this community, located on a singular Discord server, Tate hired experts to educate members in various applicable fields of entrepreneurial work ranging from copyright, cryptocurrencies, day trading, among other ventures. But what really launched his brand and overall business, due to the power of social media and exponential growth, was the affiliate program, by which members were incentivized to grow the community by posting polarizing clips of their leader across all social medias on their own accounts to earn their share of 48% of the proceeds from all new memberships that purchased through their link. So simple, yet genius on multiple fronts, because not only does Andrew Tate still receive a majority of the revenue from the new memberships without moving a single finger, but also these new members will likely continue the process, and so on and so forth, all the while growing his overall brand and awareness for endless business opportunities that only he benefits from. Many critics have publicly disclaimed the success of Andrew Tate's Hustlers University, frequently calling it a pyramid scheme to his face in a number of podcasts with popular Twitch streamers due to its necessity of new members to keep the income flowing. But when you think about it, the entire global economy is a pyramid scheme at a certain level, but that's for another discussion. But Sneako implemented the opposite approach. As they always say, if you can't beat them, join them. Not only did Sneako agree with almost, if not every single word that spewed out of Andrew Tate's mouth, showcased from his many reactions on the aforementioned Sneako channel, but he also replicated quite literally the exact same affiliate business model. For quite recently, if you are currently watching this video, which you are, I think, you probably became aware of Sneako via TikTok, likely clip from a controversial take in one of his live streams on YouTube. That is, if you weren't already aware of his original YouTube content. Equally likely, it was probably uploaded by an unofficial account that a member of his community posted on TikTok with an affiliate link to his $245 creator kit in the pinned comment that allows lifetime access to a Discord community centered around breaking out of the matrix. Sound familiar? But most importantly, an affiliate program wherein again you can utilize these new creator tools and skills to earn money for yourself that Sneako teaches to spread awareness of his brand, product, community on TikTok and other social medias endlessly. But amidst what seems to be his peak virality, at least up until this point, many of Sneako's live streams and videos on YouTube have been demonetized as his content has been deemed by the platform's review process as not advertiser friendly. He openly claims that YouTube and other platforms, quote, want you to live in the matrix, likely referring to censorship of what he believes to be the truth. Although what I find most peculiar is that a far majority of his content still remains on the website today. Therefore, technically not censorship. Rather, YouTube is simply just alleviating the liability that advertisers probably wish to not associate with such a controversial figure. I believe he knows this. In fact, being so controversial and even declaring war against one of the largest platforms and websites in the world all potentially falls within his plan. For such polarizing figures attract the most loyal of followers. And while his videos may not earn the regular rate of $3 to $5 per 1,000 views anymore via YouTube, he more than likely makes up for it with his own creator kit worth $245 per membership, which would normally equate to 49,000 views. As a matter of fact, Sneako just tweeted that July was his first ever $100,000 month. Maybe Sneako was onto something. But whether you like Sneako or not, you definitely know his name. And that's really all that matters, considering you cannot fully control other people's opinions, no matter how positive or negative your intentions may be. However, one metric that he has definitely dominated as of late is attention. In a world spamming all 5 of our senses, thousands of advertisements a day, online and in real life. And for that, I must applaud him. For what we all must realize is that we are not going to agree completely with another individual, even our very own family members. So there is literally no reason to let another person's perspective anger us and affect our own well-being. For if you do, you very well might be falling into their elaborate plan.
That's crazy, bro. What do you think about that, bro? What do you think about that? Yo, I need to add something in the back, bro. What should I add in the background? What should I add in the background, bro? So it's not all black. What should I add? But no, bro. On a real note, though, bro. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about that stuff? Would you rate me Andrew Tate that loser? But he's not a loser, bro. Stop. I love him, bro. I love him with all my heart, okay? Honestly, bro, I'm gonna be honest. I would rather meet him, bro. Sneako. I would rather meet Sneako, bro. And I'm gonna tell you why.